I'm Jonathan Climo. I'm 37 years old. I'm originally born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lived there until I was 17, moved to Raleigh, North Carolina. Was there for 13 years, moved to Morehead City, got married, and then with the circumstances of my life, I moved to Greenville recently. Been here about 4 months. Before Christ in my life was just pure chaos. I lived for the flesh, so drugs, alcohol. I've been to prison, dealt with substance abuse, and it just felt like it was a continuous cycle of this pain and agony. And then, I saw what it was doing to my family members and what it was doing to my children, taking me in and out of their lives. And I didn't want that inconsistency, that was the biggest thing for me, is that I knew I was missing something, and I just didn't really see that it was God that I was missing the whole entire time. So I was in prison, and my wife divorced me. I had felt like I had no direction, I had no purpose, like that I had failed and let down everybody in my life. And so I hit my knees and I cried out to God. I was going to kill myself. I had a noose. I was going to throw myself off the top tier, and I was dead serious about it. And I cried to God. I said, if you exist, because I feel like you do, show me that you're here. Show me that you're with me. I audibly heard him say to me, I love you. I have a purpose for you, and I am not done with you. And so in that moment, I was all in. At first I looked around like somebody's messing with me. I'm in a cell and I hear this and I'm thinking somebody was eavesdropping on this conversation that I'm trying to have with God, because I'm speaking out loud. And when I heard him, I kind of peeked out, nobody's around. So I knew it was God. And I said, all right, I'm all in. Whatever you tell me to do, I will follow you. I may not understand it. I may not understand what your plan is, but you have carried me to this point in my life for a purpose and a reason. I said, so let's go. Wherever you call me, I will go. And I haven't looked back since. So, one of the biggest things for me that I explain to people when it comes to this is that, I know everything about this walk with God is progress, not perfection. We all know Jesus was the only perfect. So perfection is not truly attainable. Progress in becoming more like Jesus is the goal. So my relationship with God now is, all right, God, what are you trying to teach me here? God has perfect timing. So he puts people in your life at the exact right time. For me, Daryl has been, the man that has brought me closer and closer and feeds into me. Daryl wants nothing from me except to see me be successful and have a closer relationship with God. And I just had this fulfillment. I have this joy. I'll be worshiping and I realize that I will become overcome with emotion and tears will start to flow. And I'd be why am I crying? No, I'm not crying. This is the Holy Spirit overjoyed right now, and this is how it looks, So it's I'm not ashamed. So yeah, getting baptized for me is me fully committing myself in the eyes of the church and to God to show that I'm completely a new person. The gospel for me, it's the guideline to living, being a real Christian and believing in God and what is in store for us if we just listen.